we have this wonderful sketch on with Procreate with Hannah. And I'll tell you, Hannah, I got on there today trying to figure out what the heck was going on. And I'm so anxious to hear what you have to say because I'm lost.
Okay. Then if we are ready, we can start.
We are ready.
Okay, I'm going to just to share my screen quickly to show better the sketches, because for the lights, I think it's this better if I just do it this way, and then we will go to the iPad. I just want to share with you that I like using the Procreate or digital sketches because I can take the iPad to places that don't allow to bring your watercolors or your ink. Because for me, it's not about, obviously everyone wants to make a beautiful sketch, but for me, it's about to tell the story and what tools allow me to tell the story in that place, right? So for me, it's, and the quick sketch, this is in the Art Institute in November. I just wanted to, I have been there many times when I was living in Chicago, but I didn't have the iPad. And this time that I went there, I really wanted to capture this sculpture by the guy. It was a quick sketch, just some lines and just some color. And then I have more. This one is here. It's a local, local museum, the Comer. As well, it's like a very simple sketch, lines, and just the essential color. Another one, I think this was my very first one with Procreate. And this one, a recent one at the Dali Museum. Again, I was very happy to carry my iPad that day, so I can get this focus on the perspective. It was a little bit hard, but just like bring the story.
Great sketch, great sketch.
This one at the Mosh as well. I'm not sure if they allow to bring, probably they allow to bring watercolor. I'm not sure about this museum because there are some ones that, some of them that they let. This is at the, this is New York, at the New York City Ballet, as well in the intermission, and I arrived early to the ballet. So it was a beautiful, beautiful theater. I arrived early, so I also sketched outside.
Oh, Rockefeller Center?
No, this is not the Rockefeller Center.
Metropolitan.
This is the Rockefeller Center, yes.
That's Rockefeller Center.
Yes, this one. It was very cold, but so I had to sketch very fast. This was here it's in Jacksonville at the Yoga Fest. I went to the Yoga Fest. I had my yoga class and then I stayed for another class, but instead of taking the class, I just sketch. It took me 1 hour to do this. And then some of other at the museum in the gardens. People, so I like sketching people in action. There was this.
Oh, I know those people.
You know them?
Mm-hmm.
And this one was recent in December.
Oh, that's downstairs.
Ah, yes. Yes, it's where you live. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I bought stuff. That's right. I bought stuff from there.
Mhm.
Store.
So this is it took me 2 days. I went twice because it had a little more detail. Yes, and I think that's it. Oh no, the Guggenheim. This also, I had to sketch fast because it was very cold. Yes, so these are the examples that I use for that I use. Now I'm going to we're going to work. I'm going to, let me put my camera. I'm going to spotlight. Okay, we are going to work in this sketch. But first, you can open your, you can start your, I'm going to show you from the very beginning. You go to the app. And if some of you don't have the app, you can still sketch with us in using your typical tools. Okay, so here, if you can you see, oh no, here, can you see better here? We go to this corner, we see this cross, we press, maybe some of you are already familiar, but I'm still going to start from the beginning. And you can choose the screen size or square. Sometimes I use a square because it's for like Instagram, or I like it. And today, because of here, I'm going to have the layers, so square function, I think works fine. And then I use, someone is entering, okay. I use just 2 brushes. That's what I do. I know there are hundreds of brushes and they are like very beautiful ones, but I just use 2. This is a brush. In this icon, you can get the brush. I use the one in the inking section, inking and technical pen. That's recording in progress. This is the one that I use.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, never mind.
Maybe. Okay, so I use this. Probably I'm going to meet someone. Sorry. Okay, so I use the technical pen. That's the one that I use. Then I go to the color. Is this disc? I choose this black color. I'm going to just make some like simple figures. I make a triangle. I make a square and a circle. Okay, and then I want to paint those figures. So then I go to this part that is the layers. I create another layer. I make sure that the second layer is under, it's under the other layer. Okay, so,
Under the first layer?
yes, under the first layer. And then I just go again to the brush library. In the same section of inking, I find the one that I like to use is this one that is called Inca. That's the one I like. I select that one. This is the one. And then I go to the disc, to the colors. For the color, you can choose in this outside part, and here inside is the value. And then I'm just going to color, okay? It looks very simple.
How come mine is such a thick line?
Okay. Let me show you in this part. Here you can control the thickness of the size of your brush. For example, here I'm putting.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
You're so pretty. Yes.
Who is that talking to their cat? I see.
So this is very simple, right? Just 2 brushes and you can control the size of the brush.
Anna, how did you get to having it fill in instead of the outline? I must have missed that.
Inside? Or what was the question?
Yes, how did you get to be able to fill in the inside like that? Once you had the shapes in there, I guess I lost what you were doing, where
Okay.
you're painting it
Mhm.
in.
Yes, so I create a shape here first, then I create a second layer. I come to this, let me show here. I come to this part, create a second layer or a third layer, and then I make sure that the layer is under the first, under the, like the pencil, right? And then I just paint. That's how.
Okay.
Mhm. So usually I create more layers, but if I want to sketch fast, just 2 layers. One layer is for the pen, and then the second layer is for the colors.
Ah,
Mhm. Yes, and then I can turn off these layers. I can just see only the thing that is the figures that I sketch. And another thing that we can do is to move the figures. For example, if I select this layer, the first layer of the figures, I select it, and then I come to this arrow that is here. Then you can move. Sometimes this is helpful if you need to arrange because you thought, oh, I need to add more things. You make it smaller. You make it. You
What if
can.
you only want to move the square and not the circle or triangle?
If you want to just move one thing, then you go to this. It's like an S. It's like an S.
Uh-huh.
And select freehand. Then I just want to move this. So I just select here. Now that is selected, I go to the arrow and just move.
Oh my gosh, it's wonderful.
That is so much fun.
And of course, if you don't like something, you can always go back in this undo or with your 2 fingers. Oh. You can undo things with 2 fingers. I usually just use these arrows. Okay, this is like the basic thing. If you have some question about this, let me know.
I got one, Anna.
Mhm.
It's a real elementary question. Go back to your color selection,
Mhm.
because when I tap the color,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I still get a black line.
Uh-huh. So first
So-
you select the outside, you select the color that you like, and then
Okay.
in the inside, you select the value. And this is the one that is going to count, this
Oh,
one.
Okay, all right.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yes.
I was missing the value, so,
Yes,
okay.
the value
Gotcha.
it still happens to me that if I'm sketching very fast, like I come to this like magenta and then, but this, it was here and then, why?
Yes.
Yes, so
Got it.
this
So
something.
my second question is to erase. What's the easiest way to erase?
To erase, if you, yes,
Yeah.
we always have the undo button, right? But if you just want to erase, you can come to, this is the eraser.
Gotcha.
Make sure what you want to erase. Do I want to erase the color? I don't know, maybe because I didn't want to go outside the lines.
Gotcha. Okay.
Then I come, yes.
The eraser uses whatever brush you had picked at the time.
I think I have pre-selected in my library, the brush library. I have this medium hard airbrush. This is the one.
Used whatever brush you had in your paintbrush selection.
No, because I have the Inca for
All
my
right, I need-
painting.
Because I just did it and it was on Inca, but you can switch brushes.
Yes, you can switch, and I always keep it in this, like, for some reason.
Or brushing.
Yes, this is for
like
me
that
the one that I use because it has like more, it's more like exact for what I need. Yes.
Oh, man. This is frustrating me
No, no, no. So in which, what step are you?
Oh, I'm in multiple steps here. I'm in a state of confusion. So,
I know, right?
Now I'm going to do this again, okay? I'm going to go back. I'm going to create a new,
Awesome.
I want to learn how to draw hair.
I'm going to create a new, yes, Canva. Here,
okay.
here,
So that simple step.
yes. Then
You get-
I go and select my brush that I want to sketch. This part, then I go to inking because that's the one I want. And then I go back until I find the one that I like, technical pen. You can use any pens you like, but for me, that's what I like. Sometimes here, you see this is because here you can modify, the spacing or those kind of things, but sometimes I just leave it like that, say done, and I'm come back. So I didn't do anything there. I have my pencil or my pen, the one that I like. Here I just sketch. I just sketch or do circles or do triangles, whatever. This is
Awesome.
so many times I want to go back. If I want to go back, return, yes, back. And if I want to sketch something, then let's imagine just something simple here, like in the school. This is my sketch, and from here, I just create a new layer. I create a new layer. I come to this square, create a new layer. This will be my colors. For me, I make sure that that layer is, I drag the layer under. This is like, in AutoCAD, we also work, some people work with layers. And yes, so layer 2 is going to be my color. I come again to the brush, inking, and to select the one I'm going to use for coloring, Inca is the one I use. Okay, I have that. And then the color I want to use. I come to this corner where is the circle, in the disk, outside, I choose the color, inside the value, green. I come and I just paint
Oh, man.
like this. If the brush is very, like I want the size smaller, I come to this part where I can modify the size. Yes. Or if I want to modify the opacity, like to 50%, you see, it's like transparent.
Oh, awesome.
This one is good. I use it for the, for shading and for like not mirrors and windows. So I like to use this to play with the opacity.
And that's the Inca one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so cool.
So when you put your pencil on the side, does that make any difference in how you do it and what the mark is?
When I put the pencil on the side,
Like doing it, like
Oh, you
have
mean
it-
like the pressure?
yeah,
Does it
no,
alter
when you
the-
lay
yeah,
to
it
the
does.
side.
I
Mhm.
think
It
so.
does.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it kind of feels a little bit, yes.
I think
Especially,
you like notice it more on like the pencil.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's kind of a thicker line on
Correct.
the side.
Correct.
Yeah.
In this one, not much, but in the pencil one, yes. This is like a technical pencil. There is no, they try to imitate us in real life, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm. So this is just using these two tools in inking,
Wow.
Inca and technical pen. That's the only thing I use now.
I have a question about your pen.
Mhm.
my iPad's on the blink, so I'm just watching.
Mhm.
Are you using a special pen? Do you have to use one exactly like you're using or a stylus or something?
I'm using the, what is
Is
this
it
called?
rubber? Is it a rubber pen, so to speak, like a stylus, or is it a pen?
It's an iPad pen that you have to
Yes.
get, isn't it?
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes.
iPad pen,
Correct.
pencil.
Pencil.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Yes. You can also sketch with your finger. Sometimes if one day I forgot my my pencil and I use my finger.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Okay, so now let's go to see, we are going to try to start sketching this image,
Okay.
okay? Miami, okay, and then, so I go again, I create,
How do you go back? Because I've got what we were just working on. Now I need to get out of that. Where do I go?
okay, you are inside, you go
That's
to,
where
you
I
go
am.
to gallery, you come to this
Oh,
gallery,
gallery. Okay.
and then
good.
you return, yes.
Then hit plus. Oh,
Yes.
man. Okay.
Yes, okay, so here,
And Anna, how do you determine whether it's a square or not a square again? Once you go to gallery, I got in square. How do I get
yes, here, in this corner, this cross, you
Screen
can,
size.
yes,
Gotcha.
you can choose your Canva. Yes, screen size, square. I'm going to be using a square, but you can use a screen size. Just square because I want to be showing you the layers here. Okay,
Okay. All right. I'm going to do this.
okay. And so again, I go to my brush, make sure that I select the technical pen, in my case. Then I select the color. I just want like a normal pen. So I select black. And now let's try to start sketching.
Okay.
Okay. Mm, here. And I'm going to start here. I'm going to try to use Teresa's the hairstyle. Okay, so the blank contour.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Like the best thing.
Okay.
This is weird.
Yeah, I like blind contour because it's quick. It's a
Yes,
little bit
it's
quicker and you just gotta just get it down.
exactly. It's quick, and I think you are not here today to see my sketching up skills. So let's. But you can do very like detailed work in Procreate too. Not just because I sketch this way doesn't mean no. People do really detailed work.
You know, if you draw a cube or a square or a circle and hold it down for a minute before you lift the pencil, it'll smooth itself out.
Yes.
That was, I just
Yes.
discovered that.
To discover it, yes. Sometimes, and I get upset with if look at this here, right? I don't want that.
Really move it around.
I don't want that. I want to show like it's real, but it's very useful. I think.
It's cool.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Oh, this is wild. This is where's-
Best things are when you find something out by accident.
This is interesting. This is gonna take some time to figure this out. So cool. Could hear a pin drop. What's going on, everyone? So quiet.
Painting or
Already
sketching.
painting? Already
No,
painting?
sketching.
Mhm.
I'm making symmetrical rectangles.
Hmm.
Because it's fun.
I love to stretch. Wonderful.
A mid-century modern looking building here. Because I have no idea what I'm drawing.
I think I'd have to really take time to figure out how to get the whole scene because it feels like a really slippery surface.
It feels, yes. Teresa, you can tell us how to fix that.
I got
Wait, I missed it. I was trying to find the photo. What was the question?
Yes, that they are mentioned that it feels very slippery, that the screen.
Yeah, so they do have, now you guys can get this. They do have a screen protector that feels like paper.
I got that.
So yeah,
Oh,
and that
cool.
helps. That helps to alleviate from like the smoothness that we
Yeah.
run into because it's like a disconnect already because we're used to using paper and actual paintbrush. So it feels weird. So that helps with that.
Yeah, it's
That's-
matte finish too.
Yes, matte finish. And then another thing, I think the one thing I used to run into when I first started was the it recognizing just the pen and not my hand too. So that was a little tricky to figure out, but I figured the trick to that too, to keep you from having multiple lines running all over the place.
There's a setting in your pencil tool settings to turn that off.
Correct.
Because I write with this, you know, like actual write words with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm left-handed and I drag my palm across everything.
Yeah. And that's my default because you know everybody was taught to write with their right hands and so and a lot of stuff is not designed well for left-handed people.
Right.
Oh, I like how you can erase. Geez, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I like the other gesture thing. You can tap it. If you tap it twice with two fingers, it will delete itself. I think that's what it was. Yeah. So you tap it twice because I don't use this all the time, but I learned like tricky things so that way I can work quickly because I get very frustrated if I'm not using the actual paper, of course. So it is definitely an adjustment, but Hannah has it like down packed. So because even when we go together, I still feel like I'm like a fish out of water, and I've done it like a good amount of times, and I just don't do it enough. Like how she does it is I don't know how to do that. I really don't know how to do it.
I actually like this slippery sensation.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like ice skating or something like that.
And I think it's even quicker, you know, it's quicker and then we don't have to carry, you really don't have to carry much at all, you know, like, and I use my iPad every single day, all day. So, you know, I would have a little bit, if I took more advantage of it, like how you do, I will understand more of the luxury of being able to travel even lighter than what I do already, you know, with my paint supplies.
I think it would be good to just get your ideas down, even if you were gonna later on do a painting.
Yeah.
You know, you could take it because it has a camera on it too. You know, you could take a picture and do a sketch of what your composition would possibly be.
Yes, here like I already finished the sketch, the main idea.
Wonderful.
To let me know how you are doing. I also want to show you that I did this exercise
I don't have a picture to draw from.
last night.
Yeah.
pr-
Oh,
I
you
pr-
printed it.
I
You printed
printed.
it out. Yeah,
Yes.
it looks good.
Yes.
Nice.
Obviously, here I sketch it again right now. This is live completely, but
Yeah.
yesterday I did one here. Yes.
Oh, I like it. You know, I love that place. I've been there before when I went to Miami, so it makes me think of like my times in Miami.
Yes.
It's very active, so that picture looks really good, huh?
It was very active, and it was actually a urban sketch event, regional event during the Art Deco Festival in Miami. So people from USK Orlando and USK Miami went there, and I also went there.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Here, actually, if you see the picture, they are with the sign.
Oh, yeah.
This is a sketch walk.
Oh wow.
What does the sign say?
The sign says sketch walk, and then I think Art Deco Festival, and maybe USK Florida Regional, because it's like a, and I went to represent USK Jacksonville.
Aw.
Okay. So the second part is adding the color.
Oh, man.
I'm going to just to create a new, I'm just going to create a new layer because everything I did in one layer. So I'm just going to create a second layer. I drag the second layer under the layer one, this way. And then I'm going to change the brush. Now I go to the brush library, inking, try to find my Inca here. I find the Inca. And then the colors, I think I'm going to choose yellow. So go to the disc outside, and then the value, just like a light, very light yellow I want at the beginning. And I'm just going to sketch all on top like this. I don't have to worry about anything else. I'm going to sketch. I can sketch and paint on top of the windows, nothing matters. Yes, I think this is something that is kind of like makes it quick.
Oh, I missed that part. What'd you do? I missed it.
I just create the second layer, and then the yellow value very light.
Okay.
Very light. It's almost like white, but it's not. It's yellow. Yes. Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah, I wasn't.
Yes.
I was like sketching and I wasn't looking up.
And when I finish, then I go back to the same, to the disc, and I'm going to select, now I want the value of the yellow. I want more like, I want to see that is, more yellow. And now I'm just going to paint this, this kind of things. What is the architectural name of this?
Art Deco.
Arch, like it.
No,
oh yeah.
These ones.
Yeah, I think they said Art Deco. That's right.
Phone died.
Shoot. And we have to modify maybe the size to paint that, the size of the brush. Just want to
No, you got a really light yellow, and for some reason, my thing is darker than yours. I don't understand.
Probably
In
when
the
you
inside, there's, you seem to have a lot whiter on one side than mine is. Why would that be? Look at the colors you got.
so
See, mine is already yellow. It's not even white, and you've got some white there.
so did you move the inside value to choose the value?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Mine looks, man, plug. I was almost out of juice. Hold on.
You can go back.
Look at how dark. See how dark mine is?
Let me see. I'm not seeing you. Okay.
Seems so dark.
And mine's like hers. Mine's dark too.
I want to have it to be lighter.
Oh, did you brighten your screen?
How do
Is your
you
screen
brighten?
up?
How do you
It could that. So you can brighten your screen if you swipe down on the right side. Swipe down on the right side of your iPad, and then you can alter the brightness where you see that little sun at. So that definitely alters like how your colors look, because how they print out sometimes definitely looks different from the way it looks on your screen, and that's one of the things.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't
So if
have
you swipe,
anything. Mhm.
Okay. But it still looks way blacker. I mean, it's like half my thing is dark, and maybe I just need to just play with this.
You can try again. Sometimes I realize, oh, this was not the value I wanted, and then I just.
Well, I can't seem to get a yellow is what my problem is yours looks yellow, mine looks tan.
So are you like in this part of the yellow?
Yes,
And then here.
Over there.
The
Yeah,
inside.
when I do that, I get a really, oh, wait a minute. What am I doing here? Okay, hold on. Why am I getting anything? What's going on? Inca. Oh.
Do you find your color?
Well, it's not quite your color, but that's fine. You know what happened is my pen turned off.
Mm.
I never had my pen turn off before.
I have a weird thing where my pen just stops drawing and I have to open the app and close it again. I don't know why it's doing that.
If the batteries, you have to charge.
It's like it's almost like it's creating its own layers because I can draw on part of the screen. I'm like, what did I do? I didn't hit anything.
How do I get
Sometimes white. You go again to the circle, and then the value, you go until the part that is like super white. Can you see it? There. Like to the left. That is where you find white. You can also, I prefer to use the disc, but there are other palettes. Their disc, classic, harmony, value, palettes.
Oh.
But I prefer just to use this disc. And then when I have like the first, all the wall, the color is done, I'm going to start painting the windows. I could change the layer, but I'm just going to continue working the same layer. So I'm just going to choose some kind of like a blue or gray. And I start painting like this.
This is something you have to play with. I'm telling you, this is fun.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
For this exercise, I'm not going to paint. I'm not going to focus in the other building. Just want to work on this one. But I could probably. It's a white color, but I put it a little bit like gray in the value, very light, and then like blue color.
That's nice. That's what I should be doing, is watching you. This is awesome.
yeah, I can't watch and draw at the same time.
Yeah, I want to watch.
Well, you can watch.
Nice.
And if I want to keep I want to use the same color I was using before, but it's going to be very difficult to come to pick it again. So I just put my finger on it, and it automatically is ready. So I'm going to use that same color for the windows here.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the people. Like I just insist on acting like the people aren't there.
Why do you do
But
that?
I don't know. My sketch literally has no people. I've literally blurred them out. Like, what is the point? I don't know why I keep doing this. And I keep trying to make myself do it, but I think it's so many people. I'm like, because I don't know how to see them as like in art. I still can't see them even when painting. I don't know how to visualize them as because I have to see it first.
Yeah,
so if I can see it, then I can get it. And I think because I know like how the buildings, like how I can make it look the way I want it to look, and like the people, I can't do it.
Do you see these people? They don't look like people.
No, I knew they were people. I just knew that I didn't do it. I was, and then I realized that I was like, I literally have like boxes, like windows and everything. I have the tents. I have everything else, but but the people. Oh my goodness.
I have to practice getting colors, because I'm just not even getting the colors.
Yeah, I'm having trouble with that too.
The building's kind of white and the yellow trim is fooling you. At least me.
Yes, I think it's like you said, you can play layer with your colors and probably create your own palettes. Colors, I think, are difficult because we have like the variety. It's just, it's much more than our typical watercolor palette, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Watercolor's easier.
It is. You're right, Chris. It is so much easier. And I've learned how to draw with it, but as far as like the color, sometimes that's why I use like that pen that I was telling the one of the brushes I was telling Hannah about, that it kind of looks like watercolor. And so, but I'm determined to do it like the way Hannah is doing it. So
And if nobody sees the original photograph, then nobody knows whether you messed up or not.
Exactly.
correct. Yes.
Yes.
Who's gonna know?
Yes.
We're gonna know.
Who's gonna know?
Oh, I watch too much TikTok, sorry.
I know. I do it all the
Like,
time. I'm like, I say that all the time. And every time I say it, people laugh. I'm like, who's gonna know?
somebody knows.
I always say in 100 years, who's gonna care?
Right. So here for the windows, I'm going to put the frames. I'm going to just change the, instead of ink, I go again to the technical pen. And then in the color, I'm going to use like white. And I'm just going to draw it's something that I like, that the white is very easy to use.
Apparently I use some sort of brush that if you overlay it with a different color, it chooses to be different colors depending on where I put it down, which sounds weird, but like it is not blue everywhere I put it. It is gray over here, it is blue over here, but it's one brush. Like, what did I do?
Sometimes if the opacity is like, you know, if we control the opacity here, then the colors are going to, there's going to be transparency.
Yeah. Like some of my technical lines are staying on top of everything. I don't know, maybe I need a new layer or something.
Or maybe if you are creating layers, is also where are you placing the layer. I first have my layer on top is the one of the pen. Because look, I'm going to show you what happens if I change, if I move the other
Maybe
layer on
that's
top.
what I did, is like I gotta bring
This is what
my
happens
to the front.
Oh,
You see what
that's
happens?
interesting.
That's I think what I have going
Oh
on.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So make sure that your layer of color is under here.
Okay.
My pen marks were meant to be like blueprint. I should have done it the other way because I kept some of them. I could get rid of them all. Start over with those.
Then that I finish the windows, I'm going to create a new layer for the trees. And make sure that it's on top of the yellow, right? Because otherwise it will be behind the walls. We won't see it. Go back to my Inca brush.
And the layer, like doing the layers makes it easier to change stuff, right? Instead of just like having, because then you have like one complete painting and then you're like, well, the windows you don't like, and then you've done the whole thing.
Correct.
And you didn't make layers of that. Yeah.
Correct. So sometimes, like today I'm using the minimum layers, but sometimes I get a little bit.
But that's good though. That's good. That's
For more elaborate pictures, how many layers would you use?
Like 12.
Oh, interesting.
One for each color or one for each?
For it's like elements.
Okay.
For example, yes, like in watercolor, sometimes would you paint like in layers, adding some colors on, like it's like the same process, but here we can see, we can delete it, or we can just turn it off, turn it on.
Like watercolors where you can't delete it.
That's
interesting.
I'm going to put the green of the palm trees. later, when we finish this, I'm just going to quickly show you one of those complex sketches with more layers.
I want to learn how to draw.
This is a great introductory, I'll tell you, because makes it so interesting. Figure this out. Let's go to that.
And you can ask questions. And even if something doesn't work out tonight, you can ask me later or when I see you in the meetings.
You know, I literally have had my Apple Pencil magnetized to the side of this thing for 3 years. 3 years. I'm like, I'm
never
actually using
use
this thing
it?
tonight. It's gone. I have no idea where it is,
Oh.
and I've never taken it off. I was late to the meeting because 10 minutes before I started looking for it. I spent 30 minutes looking for it. I'm like, what in the world?
Oh.
I'm so bummed out.
I literally bought a second one because I lost the first one. And when I got home and took it out of the box and found it under found my first one under the ottoman, turned around, and went back to the
Oh
store.
my God.
Like, I tried to go on eBay and buy. I just need a Gen 1. I don't care if it's like latest and greatest.
Back to the store. I'm like, I'll take my $100 back, please.
Are you Hannah, are you going to show us how you might shadow a side of a building?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you.
that's almost the second step, but I'm just going to I'm going to create a new layer for doing that. But first, I want to make the sky. So create a new layer, color. This part I like the sky. I use this color, and then again with the Inca, I'm just doing this, make the size of the brush big, and then I come to this icon here. This is like a finger. I select this one, and you can use your or even your finger, right?
You may have to repeat that step.
Yes. So first you paint the sky, right? And then because I create a new layer to paint this blue, right? New layer I paint. Then I can even return. Let's go back. Okay. I create a new layer, then choose the color with a brush. With a brush, I just paint like this. Then I go to this second icon that is here, like a finger. I select it, and now, like this is like this smudge, this one. Yes. So I'm just creating the shape.
Oh, nice. That's interesting.
And I don't know if you have noticed, but the other day I was in the beach and then I saw like this beautiful sunset and the colors and everything. And I saw this looks like a digital sketch. The sunset, the clouds, really, really, I feel like in nature is the only place I can find like a digital painting.
That's interesting.
So yeah, this is just a sky quickly. And then the second part I want to do is I go back to the layer of the building, of the layer of the colors. And I'm going to use gray and kind of red for the sidewalk. So I choose some kind of gray for the street. And it's okay that I am painting on top of these people because I will want to paint it later. And then a little bit of red for the sidewalk.
This is so fun. Let's see. I just have to get involved with what layer I'm doing. And right now I'm not doing that.
And here we just have two things more until we are done. The next part, the next part is I'm going to create a new layer. Make sure that it's on top of, right? It's on top of this color because it's going to be for the shadows. It's like a gray color. So I'm going to choose this. I'm going to like the dark value, but I'm going to move here the opacity to like 50 maybe. Okay. And just going to paint. I don't like it. It's a little too dark. I return.
Undo it.
Yes, correct. And then I do more opacity. And I'm just going to apply that.
Hey.
I missed the sky. What did you use for the sky? I was looking at my iPad. I'm sorry.
The sky I use I just painted, but the thing that I used it was this icon.
Oh, the smudge.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Now that's easier.
And right now I'm here.
Okay. Oh.
This some part of the umbrellas.
I love that we're all artists and we're so serious about like what we're doing.
Then this side of the building as well.
I find it funny that I keep wiping the tip of my pen and I don't need to. Like it's a brush, you know.
I keep dipping mine in water.
Anna, go back to the step. Is that over the yellow or is it a layer under the yellow?
Yeah, this is over the yellow.
Over the yellow. Okay.
The yellow.
Okay.
Yes.
And the cool thing about like Procreate, so like as long as you don't come out of the image that you're in, it records it. So you can always go back and look at it as a video.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah. It records everything that you do, and then you can save it that way as long as you don't come out of it. Once you go into the gallery, it'll stay just like how it's basically like it starts all over again.
But I think then you can save.
Yeah.
I can always watch. I go to this tool and then time lapse replay here.
Yeah.
And I can just see the whole process.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But
No.
you have to save it. So you have to make sure you export it, because if she comes out of it right now, it won't show that way. It's basically like it starts all over again. So whatever edits that she does new will be recorded, but you have to save it. So like how she did that now, she'll have to save it for her to look at it in the future.
You have to activate this time-lapse recording. So then, everything will be.
Yeah, and then you export it. As long as you export it, it'll save it.
Cool.
So yes, and here we're just going to go to the last part. Yes, last part. We can put some here. the last part is just the people. So I create a new layer.
Oh, this is the part I need to pay attention to because I never
I
get
create a new
people.
layer, and the layer, yes, the people can be, because it's if things are, it's like background. Some things we send to the background, some things we bring it to the front. So the people are in the front. First, I'm going to the color, and here I just choose some and like skin.
I found out something new. Did you already share it? That if you hold down, you color pick?
Mm-hmm.
I missed that. It's like,
Yes.
oh, cool. Accidentally did that. It was like, wait, I was coloring in a different color. What happened?
Yes, there are some good like tricks. I'm just trying to paint the people out.
I see, I know what I'm
Yeah.
What are you doing to those poor people?
Yes, I'm just different, just the skin first. The skin. Now that I have the skin, I'm going to choose like clothes. Sometimes I don't even look. I'm just like throwing some color here and there to make it look like there are many people there. Put some pants.
Friends.
Hey, yeah.
This is so good. I'm so glad you did this, Hannah.
Me too. I'm excited.
Really.
I have no color on there, but I'm working on it.
I got color.
I'm still sketching.
So you did a very detailed sketch.
You know I did, Hannah. I can't help myself.
So here I have, I threw just some color for the people. I'm not going into detail, not tonight. And I think that's it. Okay. Some
shadows.
We can see, yes, correct, shadows. And this even in the same layer, I don't care. Here.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
This shows like the idea.
That's great.
This.
Yeah,
That's
looks really good,
fascinating.
Hannah.
Do this.
Just fascinating.
Wonderful.
Thanks.
And I'm just going to show you very quickly we can do very detailed work. This is not urban sketching, but I'm working and you can really sketch people and play more and zoom in and colors of, even the hair and all that with a thin pencil.
Oh, neat.
Yes.
I like the one that you post today. I think it was Augusta's one of Augusta's
yes, this one.
pieces. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
Yeah.
Only for sketching only 3 layers or 4 layers, because
Yeah.
everything else is
Mhm.
like the logo, those kind of things. But yes, just here, this thing. and
Yeah,
this.
it looks so
Mhm.
good, Hannah.
Thank you. So,
Crazy.
mhm. So even if you can go as, detailed as you want, or as
Mhm.
just like a simple, like this. Okay. I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back to the gallery so we can see your sketches or.
Mine isn't done yet.
Come on,
I started doing what I always do, which is detail.
quick. Gotta go quick.
Okay, well, are we going now?
Well, you can show the progress you have.
Okay, I'm gonna flip the screen around. Can you guys see it?
Yes. Okay.
Pretty
Beautiful.
detailed. Wow, that's
No,
Let
that
me
should like,
let me
maybe
spot
I
for it.
should switch it around. Oh, okay, yeah.
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I forgot to put the name of the hotel.
Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, Leslie. Yeah.
Mhm. Very
But you
good.
can see there is no people. I gotta work
Mhm.
on that. I have to work on that.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Someone else would like to show your work.
It's Barbara.
Barbara, let's go.
Yes, I don't know if you can you see it?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I
Very
don't know if I
nice.
should go after her, but after Teresa, but it's.
Yeah, it looks good. I like it. Mhm.
Very good.
Very good, yes.
Very
Nice
nice.
trees. Nice trees.
Mhm. And I would, let's go for. Yes.
Kind of did what I always
Ah,
do.
Oh, that's
Very
realistic.
nice. Yes.
That's nice.
Wow.
wow.
Beautiful.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
yes.
I always
that's
do.
right.
Wonderful soft touch on the yellow building.
Right.
What brushes did you use?
I did switch over to one time. I pretty much stuck with the same shoe she did, but hang on, I'm up backwards. I'm trying to figure it out.
Look great. Wow.
I did use this brush. Oops. This brush one time. Backwards reading. I think it's called water. It was in water.
Hmm.
There we go. Let me try it this way. Water. This one here. And it's kind of it doesn't go over itself and go solid. So I use that mostly for the sky and shadows.
Yes. Yes. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yes, there are many, many brushes, so you can experiment. Mhm.
Play. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yes.
Beautiful.
That's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Nice size too.
Who's next?
Someone else. Monica.
All
A
right.
little
Can
closer.
glare. Turn it.
There.
Yeah, like
yes,
that.
yes. Mhm.
Very cool.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
That's because it's really it's because it's really bright. If you turn your screen down a little bit, then they can see it.
Or if you have the light shining at you, that one's
Yeah.
reflecting.
Yeah.
Your lamp.
Do you have a light behind your camera? No, above you.
It's up there.
Oh, okay.
Go down. And the brightness down on my iPad. See if that helps.
Okay. Let me go.
Hey, Debbie.
Oh,
There you go.
You're there.
Yes.
There.
Very nice.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are the people.
there you
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's all you get.
Now, someone else, Lisa.
Do mine.
Anna, name us, just call.
Oh,
Lisa.
look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
yes.
nice.
Yeah,
I
how do you,
like it.
Like that
where do you need it?
nostalgic.
Oh.
Yes.
Quite get it so you can see it. Wait a minute, let me turn this light
I
on.
had to go all the way, like all the way up to the screen to negate
Yeah.
the contrast. Just
That
push it a
one was
little-
better before with the light on, you know? It's not-
Really?
Push it closer to the screen.
Yeah, just go closer.
That's why I was out of the
Mm,
image
ver-
because I had to just go all the way up.
Yeah, you go.
Very,
Yeah.
very nice.
Nice.
Yes.
It was interesting. The sky isn't showing there. My sky came out pretty good. So it's like weird. That was really, really fun. Anybody else?
I drew it on paper because I
Okay,
didn't have mine.
on paper.
Okay, yes, please show some paper.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Very nice.
very nice.
Excellent.
I sketched that on paper when I was there.
Hey, Chris, where's
Hey.
yours?
I'm gonna see if I can get mine to show.
Mm,
Oh,
You guys see
yeah.
that?
yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Very
Really
nice.
Oh, look
nice.
at all the people.
Look at
Yes.
that.
My goodness.
Wonderful.
That was
Really
kind of,
good.
Where'd that texture come from?
I don't know. I wanted something that looked like watercolor paper, you know, so I did that one. I also did a little quick typical pen and ink.
Oh, a
as well.
little quick.
Oh, wow,
Just a
yeah.
quick one.
How'd you get all that negative space so fast? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and all
Well,
the
that was
dark
my
in there.
Fuda pen, you know. So, but this is amazing. We're gonna all have to just show up with iPads.
I mean, it's so
And have-
fun.
Have
It
Anna
looks,
get
yes, it looks really nice, and it looks.
What paper did you download? Like that paper? I did it a long time ago, but I can't find it. It looks like watercolor paper is you use as a background.
Actually, I used it. It's a soft pastel, is what I used,
Okay.
Mhm.
and it's got a little bit of a texture to it,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yes,
is fun.
yes, it looks like
Is
like
that
a
the,
real.
Yeah.
where's that one at? The soft
Oh, you know,
pastel, where's that one at?
the other thing, guys, Anna, what I sketched with when you hit your brushes,
Mhm.
I went down to sketching.
Mm-hmm.
I used the 6B
Oh.
pencil.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Pencil is
Yes.
light enough to where you can almost contour sketch, Teresa, like you did. A lot of times I didn't even let my pen leave the iPad. It was just sort of
Yeah.
flipping around
Yes.
on that.
Oh,
Yes, yes, the pencil is fun.
Yeah.
I use it
And you-
sometimes.
Yeah, you can
Mhm.
vary
oh my gosh,
the
it's
width.
got that pastel feel to it.
Yeah, you can vary the width of your line by bearing down how hard you bear down on the pencil. Or on-
Yeah,
on
same,
the-
same.
That's kind of cool.
I think that
Yeah.
everyone might find like their own style in the
Yeah.
digital style. Yes,
That's
if you
amazing.
use pencil or pastels or watercolor, you would find that. I think I kind of sketched this in the same way as well, the both, just that the iPad brings more color because on my watercolors, my sketchbook is not for watercolor. That's why my watercolors are very like pale. Mhm. Yeah, but it's
Do you ever
very
do
nice.
anything? Do you ever use on a phone?
No, I haven't used on the phone.
Haven't tried that. I think that they said something about Procreate Pocket. So I was just
Yeah,
wondering if,
I don't like it. I used it on the
Okay.
phone, but you have to have something with a, like
Real
a tip.
fine tip.
And yeah, and it's kind of hard to see your lines because you can't really see it because you have that little cushy tip on the end of it. So, and that's the only
Okay.
way you can use it on the iPhone because it has to act like your finger and not a fingernail. So that's the only thing about it.
Okay.
Someone else was showing your sketches. I saw Janet,
Oh, sorry.
your watercolor.
It's just on paper.
Mhm.
That's good. That's
Very
great.
good, very
Look
good.
at that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oops. I went out for some reason. I don't know where I went. Y'all there?
Your virtual.
Yes.
Okay, here,
Yeah.
here I
Yeah.
am. Okay, so yeah, I'm a novice. Sorry. Just trying.
We all are.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's just pencil.
Yeah,
I
it looks
haven't,
good.
you know, just regular pencil and
Very nice.
some paint. Thanks.
Very good. Thank you. Someone
Wow.
else?
I have one.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. I just,
Oh,
All right.
very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, very
Yes.
nice.
Yes.
Chris, I did this in pen and not pencil.
Good job.
Nice. You're
Beautiful.
coming along.
You
Oh,
are growing.
That's a very, very nice sketch.
I mean, the
Yes.
regs are kind of wonky, but I did people.
Yeah.
People look good.
Really nice.
Well,
People,
that was
yes.
fun. That was fun.
Anybody else do any sketching that didn't do Procreate? No, don't be shy.
No.
Yeah.
I was
did one.
concentrating
I
on
did one
Procreate.
in
I just
sketching.
didn't do any of it.
Well, mine.
Oh, let's see yours.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Pencil or pen.
that's wonderful.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Very nice.
That's
fantastic.
Wow.
Wow.
I love the
Thank you.
contrast. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. If not, if everyone is ready, we can take a picture.
Want to put everybody's iPads up?
Oh, boy.
Okay. 1, 2.
Wait. I'm still trying to unlock mine.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Nice. What a fun day. Huh?
Yes. And thank you for joining because I was asked to do this a couple of months ago.
Very, very nice job. Appreciate it.
Yes, yes.
I'm going to tell you that was an excellent tutorial. You did
Yes,
a
it was.
fantastic job. And I want to do more. I want a follow-up session at some time because I was
Yeah.
too busy trying to figure it out and not able to watch you. So this was wonderful.
I'm not scared anymore. I was
Yeah.
really apprehensive about it, and you really simplified it for me in my mind. I got
Yes.
it.
Thank you. I'm glad to enjoy this, and it's just good to know. It's good to have a tool because we are urban sketchers, so we need whatever we have. We will use it, right?
I
Absolutely.
really love there's kind of a sensibility of simpleness there that just says so much, just tells the story. I took a session from Rod Sketcherman in Chicago at the USK,
Mhm.
and it was like, it felt like a snowball. I mean, you just, by the time you got to the end of it, I was twirled up and couldn't remember half of it. And your layers is the first time I've understood layers. And so I really appreciate that gain in knowledge of it. Although I kind of did a few and then I just kind of quit,
Mhm.
So I appreciate it. I'm going to try it again.
Thank you.
So Hannah, do I need to save this or does it just save?
It's saved. It's just
Okay.
saved there. Yes, in your gallery, you have it there. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Good night. See you
Thank you.
Saturday.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
That was a great
Bye.
job. Anna.
Bye.
Great job, Anna.
Take
All right.
care.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
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 Bye.